Welcome everyone to the Pantheon. I'm your host Ray,
And I'm Evie.
and what are we looking at this week?
Miss Marvel.
That's right, episodes 1 through 3. It's part one of our review of the Disney Plus or Disney streaming service series, starring Imran. I don't know her name. Starring Kamala Khan. That's a superhero. I forgot her real name. Actually, most of the cast here are basically unknowns. Really, I don't know a single person who's actually a familiar face, which is a first, I think, for Marvel. At least
Yeah,
they usually have a star power for their series. You know, whether it's Oscar Isaac or Tatiana Maslany, or they have what else? Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany. Like, there's always a star. And this one, across the board, I don't know a single person who is familiar to me, villain or hero.
yeah.
So it's different. This one, you know what I like about this one too is this is completely different from anything else we've seen, simply for the fact that in the first couple episodes that we've watched so far, there is no real villain. This is just like there's no there's always some sort of high stake villain. This one is just about the girl. This is about her life, and
hmm
it's refreshingly different. So your initial thoughts of the show?
like it was brand new. I just wanted to just I'm glad that nobody a villain like you said.
Mhm.
Um, it was typical life. People are trying to just get better, and it's about a 16-year-old kid just trying to get by. You
Did you read
know,
the comic books? Did you know about this character before going into this? Because I know people who read the comic books, had a certain preconceived notion of the character and her history, whereas
Mm,
which with MCU they went a different route. So are you? I never read the comic books, so I can't
I did-
say either way. No. Okay. I thought this was interesting. When you compare this isn't. I'm going to try not to be a spoiler on anything, but like if you watch the Eternals, the Eternals, you have characters here who are the clandestine, which is what her background is, sort of thing, or the Jinn. I'll give that away a little bit. Sorry, so the spoiler alert here. Who are basically Eternals. When you look at Moon Knight, you have a dimensional group who are basically Eternals from a different dimension. So you're starting to see a pattern with certain characters, and quite possibly, if there's going to be any crossover with these dimensional characters, there is now they're showing, because with the idea of Doctor Strange and the multiverse of madness, you have all these possible Elseworlds, and now we have interdimensional characters too being introduced who are essentially immortal, like Eternals. So the world is significantly larger than just a simple 616 world. I just had the Avengers. Now you have a pop up of all of these, like, celestial characters, interdimensional characters. I mean, this is like a bedlam of various. Um, this opens up, phase 4 and phase 5 into a real bigger, like, plate.
mhm.
So yeah. So looking at it from that perspective is really nice. I'm surprised. I mean, they did the same thing with Moon Knight. Like, the first thing we get into is they playing Blinded Light from The Weekend. So I'm wondering, first of all, he's making some mad money for sure for just for the soundtrack for Disney. And not that he needs the money anymore. I mean, that song pretty much dominates one of the trailer and the pilot episode. Like, his
Mm.
song is all over the place. Uh, what I like about is the visuals of it. It feels like a very kinetic and energized, like a Michel Gondry feel to it, and like just the look of it is very Michel Gondry. Um, it just the way stylized and how much energy. It's like if Michel Gondry did like a music video. The first episode feels like a music video.
Mhm.
It just moves so well. Like if you look at Baz Luhrmann, if you look at the Great Gatsby movie, it's very much like theatrical, the way it moves from scene to scene. But with this one, like the way the show is progressed, it's like it's energized. Things on the wall, things that you're looking at, things that are all around you. It's really, really, like, just really tight. Like, were you bored at any point in watching this, or like how were you in watching the first few episodes? Like, how did you like? were you like? I know how if you're bored, you look at your watch, you kind of lose track of stuff. So like, where were you? How are you with this series?
Um, it was okay. Sorry.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm just having okay.
Hmm.
Um, it was different. Like, yeah, I was kind of bored because I'm not female and I have and I'm just starting to have friends. It's like, okay, what is this now? Blah blah blah.
Hmm.
So yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen. Yeah, I kind of honestly wanted to go. I don't want to watch this anymore because it's all about what happens with girls. So, but then I'm thinking, oh, I better let me just give this another shot, and it wasn't too bad, I guess.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was okay.
When I saw this, I was surprised because one, it's well, I knew they're going to introduce like a different culture because they refer to herself as a brown girl. I thought that
Yeah.
maybe that would be like culturally insensitive, but that's how they addressed it, which I thought that was really nice because it makes us as a viewer or saying it's okay to accept how they refer to themselves as, and it's fine. They introduced the idea of like I never understood. Like I never that's not a good word. I've never been introduced to the world of a mosque, like what happens inside of it, how people react. I had a preconceived. I almost have a preconceived notion. That's not a good word. Like I don't know. Like I never understood or had a window of how life is for Muslims. It's I've never been. I have a lot of friends who are from Bangladesh or from Pakistani or from or different parts of India, but I don't know of their lifestyle beyond the workplace or from school. So I don't. So I was never privileged to see that, and this is a great way to open the window for us to have a better understanding of a culture. And I found them to be very very warm and friendly, where there's a family dynamic at home, whether it's at school and being of a Muslim, because he had a friend who had the shawl. I don't know the name of the actual the head cover, and then of course she didn't. And also when her that same friend became a leader in the mosque as the show progressed. So uh, and of course they have her parents. A young girl being a young girl with parents, but being a young girl with parents who have these traditional values and making it seem kind of fun and not really too much in your face that this is the culture and try to like it just seemed like just part of the norm and it felt kind of nice. So I like that. It was different. But to your credit too, at some point you want to get to the meat of the story. You want to get to like I won't say the conflict, but you want to see where is this going. So the first two episodes were fine, but by the time we get to the third episode, we start to see something. It might have been should have been better if it was done faster, but in terms of setting up the story, I thought that was really good. But so I'm kind of hoping that now we get to episode 4, 5, and 6, we'll just go like head first into like something more tangible, something more exciting. Because as you know, we're going into the Miss Marvel sequel of the Marvels, coming up very soon. I have not seen again. I have not seen where this goes. I have no idea how the series ends. But I heard good things about it. Uh, so overall, I'm rooting for her because I like the character. I think it's really innocent, and I like. Well, first of all, her power sets. What do you think of her powers? How did you like? Did you like what she can do? And do you understand? I'm not saying you understand. I mean, I don't even understand what she's doing, but but like, what do you think of her abilities?
It was different, like, having it was good to have like a female, you know, with power and be like able for a Muslim
Hmm.
woman to have all that. It kind of made me think, okay, we'll see what's gonna happen here, and kind of made me think, "Hey, maybe she'll do something.
Hmm.
I thought the idea was good.
Yeah, I like the idea that her powers. It's how I liked how they showed how she gains her powers. The love triangle. There's a bit of a love triangle with her best friend and the new boy in town, and how that progresses. And her abilities is like to manifest these like light crystals, and then basically also in the comics she can stand her like a giant hands and fists, which is
Mm,
kind of interesting.
yeah.
Um, uh, So overall, I thought this was really, really well conceived. I just hope it really does something with it now and goes far. Like we know she has a hero worship similar to like um, Kate Bishop from who had a worship like hero worship for Hawkeye, and she has it for Carol Danvers, you know, and of course they team up, and we know there will be the Marvels, so it's kind of nice to know that, like a Wonder Woman character, there will be a superhero team up, or like the Idol and the hero and the one who idolizes them will meet, you know, so that's kind of a nice thing to look forward to, you know,
Mm.
um, and with those powers, and also we have Monica Rambeau from who got her powers in WandaVision. So the three of them will be coming together at some point.
Hmm.
The new movie. What
Cool.
movie? Is there any movie specifically that you look forward to that's coming out in theaters that is part of the MCU Phase 4 or Phase 5?
Right now,
Oh,
uh,
whatever. Like, is there one that you're looking for? It could be this year or next year.
yeah,
Is there any?
She-Hulk.
Oh yeah,
She-Hulk. That's gonna come by, and
yeah.
go for that there, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just want to see what's gonna happen. Kind
Yeah,
of makes me wanna, you know, excited,
yeah. That
like
should be cool.
another third person,
Hmm.
you know, that's female, which is good, which is good.
Yeah, they're breaking the barriers. That they're making it. They're trying to curate like an open atmosphere, like a welcome, like
Mm.
um, all inclusive. Not is inclusive is the word inclusive, all
Yeah,
inclusive like group. So it's nice. Well,
yeah.
with that, I am Ray.
And I'm happy.
We'll talk to you next week. Take care.